So if you have ever considered quitting your job, and then this video is for you. Before you hand in the resignation letter, make sure you watch this video until the end because I've got some eye-opening insight to share with you. So here's the deal. Before you quit your job, watch this. Number 1, don't quit your job without any plan. I know how it feels to just storm out from the office door with your head held high and ready to conquer the world. Hold on a second. You see, having a well-thought plan is just like having a map when you're driving around. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it helps you to avoid getting lost. I'm sure you're not going to just hop on your car and drive aimlessly, right? Here's what I mean. I've been working in a corporate job for 5 years, and every single day I'm actually thinking about me quitting my job. But I would say the moment that I really sit down and have a deep communication with myself and to plan out the future for myself is really about a year ago. So basically it means I spent the 1 whole year just to draft out the plan, like what I have to do after me quitting a job. So of course, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that by just locking yourself in a room and think about the strategy, the plan for 1 year, and then you are good to go. No, you need to make sure that you have a significant amount of saving in the bank before you even do so. And that's going to lead to what we are going to discuss in point number 2. So long story short, if you don't have any plan but you just want to get rid of your boss, your colleague, or the working environment, don't quit your job, but instead look for another job. So number 2, don't quit your job if you need money like you need oxygen in your blood. We all dream of walking out the office door and leave your boss in disbelief. But reality checks. The bill is not going to pay themselves, right? Unless you have discovered a way to literally convert the air into some dollar. And by the way, if you figure that out, I'm more than willing to learn from you, okay? So the key here is to have some emergency fund or whatever fund you call it, alright, before you leave the corporate job. So now maybe you have another question. How do you know whether I have enough saving or not? Most people would say 6 months of your expenses and that is probably good enough. But me personally, I prefer to be on the safe side. I save up more than a year of my expenses just to make sure that in case there's any emergency things from happening, I wouldn't get myself into financial disaster. And of course, if you have a family to take care of, you need to do a proper calculation to include their expenses as well. So the last thing I ever want to see is you quitting your job and jump into another financial disaster. So do your calculation properly before jumping into any decisions. And number 3, knowing that the journey is going to be tough. For me, quitting a corporate job and going full force into my own business is like stepping off from a well-paved road and get myself into an undiscovered jungle. Alright, that's at least how I describe it. Of course, it might be the path that get me to my dream, but it's no leisurely stroll in the park. You know the dreaming montage of sipping a pina coladas on a beach while making money? Most likely, it's not going to happen. Well, it's more like sipping a coffee at your home while you are constantly battling with the Wi-Fi issue. Yeah, much less picturesque, I know. Of course, it's not just about the Wi-Fi issue. So I would say the biggest challenge after quitting a corporate job is that there's no longer anything called steady paycheck, alright? You see, for me personally, I've been working on a corporate job for more than 5 years, alright? Every single month, whether or not I work as hard, I still get my paycheck. So if there's no paycheck for you, are you okay with that? There's no more paid toilet break for you, are you okay with that? And there's no more teammate to back you up when you needed help, are you okay with that? And if you are not mentally ready for that, I would suggest you not to just quit your job blindly and get into a business. So really, spend some time to think it over before you make any decisions. So you see, quitting a job is never a decision to be taken lightly. Of course, when it's done right, it can lead to a greater adventure in your life. But likewise, if you make a decision wrongly, you might have to go through a long period of time in the hell. So before you decide to quit your job, make sure you have a plan, financial stability, and you have determination to tackle whatever challenges that comes along the way. The journey is going to be tough, but every step is going to be worth it. So if you find this video helpful, don't forget to click on the like button and click on the subscribe button and share it with your friends. And I would appreciate if you can drop a comment down below, okay? And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Any decision. There's no more toilet. Here is what I mean. Just dream about just walking out the door.